Hello, and welcome, family. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Chatting It Up with Mrs. B. I pray you are all doing well and that blessings are pouring your way. How's everybody been doing out there? I hope you've had a great week and a great weekend. My week was awesome. Any day above ground is a blessing. I just want to say that and start that off, that, you know, being alive is the only blessing. Hey, it's our month. We here. We done made it. I hope you all are treating your April people very special this month. We got a lot of April birthdays coming up. So, I did want to, shout out to Jesus, because he is the reason for the season. Thank you for, sacrificing yourself on the cross for us all. And this weekend we celebrated you with Easter Sunday. And I just, I hope everybody really, had a good time with friends and family, that they enjoyed themselves. What are some of the ways that you all celebrate Easter? I'm so curious. Of course, I know most people, they go to church. And that's exactly what we did, is we did get to church, and me and my baby girl, we went to church together, because the boys are, they're gone because it's also their spring break this week. Their spring break started on Friday. So they're enjoying spring break. And so me and baby girl, we went to church on Sunday, and then, we didn't do an egg hunt this year because it's just her. So she did get to do an egg hunt at school, which was really good. Usually we're cooking an Easter dinner, but I didn't cook nothing. So normally for spring break, most people try to hit up the beach, which is really cool and fun. I know, like, when I was younger, spring break was such a vibe. Like, it was like MTV had their spring fling. Was it spring fling? I don't know. But I think, MTV did their thing. BET also had a spring break event going on. I'm just curious, are there still spring break events that go on like it used to be, back in my day? Let me see here. I feel like my sound is not, connected today. I don't know what is going on. Usually I can hear everything a whole lot better than what I can today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so the show must go on. So yeah, spring break is upon us. Whatever you're doing for spring break, I hope everyone remains safe, and stay out of as much trouble as you can. Don't be drinking too much, especially if you're underage. You should not be even drinking at all. So don't be taking edibles if you're not supposed to. Be careful what you take from people because you don't know what people are doing nowadays with stuff. So I hope everybody's out there being safe and having fun. I hope they're enjoying time with family and, whatever you're doing, live it up. So birthdays, this month, I have a lot of people that are close to me. Birthdays coming up this month. So, we did our birthday shout outs for last, week for the beginning of April. We have a new, birthday that just passed for my little cousin, Jalen. Whoop, whoop. Shout out Jalen, the superstar basketball player. He just turned, 14. Happy birthday, Jalen. I hope your birthday was everything, but I know your parents took good care of you. And then this year, your girl is turning the big 40. Okay, y'all, my 40th birthday is here. Whoop, whoop. I'm so excited. Like, literally, I am celebrating all month long for my birthday. I'm doing any and everything for my birthday this month. Whatever I want to do, I'm going to make sure I do it. I'm going to make sure I have fun. I'm going to make sure I enjoy myself. I'm just going to be living it up because, that's what your girl do. So, one of the first stories I want to talk about in celebrity news this past week was the Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty robbery. So, basically, this happened in January of this year, 2026. And I really think it's crazy, that basically, Pooh Shiesty had, Gucci Mane robbed, after forcing him to let him out of his contract. And the whole thing is just really stupid and ridiculous. People are calling Gucci Mane a snitch, but this man is not the same Gucci Mane that we used to know from back in the day. He is not the same crazy, erratic person. He's changed. He's more grounded. He knows that he has more to lose. So he's not moving the way that he used to. And I know some people can be like, oh, it's his karma for what he did back in the day, which, you know what? I guess you can say that, but, basically, Pooh Shiesty and like 8 other people held, Gucci Mane and some of his like crew. He had security with him, a cameraman and all that. They held them captive and they basically, forced Gucci Mane to let him out of his contract and also robbed them of jewelry and money and even took Gucci Mane wedding ring. And then the thing about it, I think that really got them caught up was that they were posting online about this. This was not a secret. And even Pooh Shiesty told on himself by having an ankle monitor on while he committing this crime. Like, sir, you're out on parole from already doing time. And it's either parole or probation, whichever one. But you just got out and now you already getting in more trouble. Like, make that make sense. And like to do something like this, armed robbery carries a lot of time. So, I just don't understand why you would get out and do something like that. And then to have your dad, like fathers, we supposed to be out here raising our kids to do better and to make better decisions, not out here committing crimes with our kids, thinking that looks cool. That's not cool, daddy. Like, what was you thinking giving your son advice on this? What was you thinking being in the room with him? I've heard of parents trying to cover up their kids' crimes, but the fact that you in here committing the crime with your son is crazy as hell. Like, sir, you need to sit your ass down and help your son sit down. He trying to have a successful career and y'all blowing it. I am so sick and tired of people getting opportunities that other people wish they could have. And then you just shit on it and you blow it and you don't even care that you are blowing this opportunity. Like, people would kill to be in your shoes right now, and you out here trying to be gangster. What you should have done, Pooh Shiesty, was get a lawyer who can help you get out of your contract. Pay this man, buy him out, whatever money he's put into you, figure it out in a legal way. You did not have to do this in this way that you did it. There were other avenues that you could have taken. You were not backed up against the wall without any other options. You were just being stupid. Like 100%, that was stupid. And I'm so sick and tired of the excuses that our race makes for how we handle things. That is not the way to handle it. The correct way would have been to get himself out of the contract legally so that he was not going to be arrested again. Because, yeah, you may be out of your contract, but now what you going to do? Rap in prison? Like, you going to be rapping behind bars? Like, you make it make sense. Like, oh, it's such an embarrassment. I'm sick and tired of it. And I don't care about y'all calling Gucci Mane no snitch. Because, sir, tell if you want to tell, because he should have never did it. That's just point blank, period. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm glad that things didn't go, worse. They could have, had a whole different outcome. So I'm glad it didn't go that far. But we just got to do better as a people. Like, there are better ways to do things. All this robbing and killing each other for what? Like, we need to stop this live fast and die young mentality in our community. Like, okay, so I'm gonna get off of that. Anyway, so on to Kanye West. Like, Kanye West's newest album, Bully, is actually doing well. Congratulations, Kanye. Him and all of his personalities, they be doing the most and, getting on people's bad side and then apologizing and this and that. But I'm glad that Kanye is doing good. He's very talented and, he just needs to focus on his, career and stop trying to, antagonize people. We all know that there are things that go on in the industry that are not fair. But watch what you say, because you can kill your own career by just being too boisterous. Like, Nicki Minaj be talking a little bit too much. And eventually they're going to shut her up because you don't get to tell all the secrets. But anyway, this ain't about Nicki. I also want to talk about Kanye. He was doing a show and he stopped the show several times to tell them to get his lighting correct. Like, one thing about this man, he don't play about his lighting. I was at a Kanye concert back in 2004 when I went to Clark Atlanta University, and he did our homecoming. And this man stopped the show, I know, like 8 times, maybe more. Like, y'all, do the lights like this. Hey, can you do the lights like this? Like, I know he had to rehearse this ahead of time with y'all. Y'all need to get Kanye lights right. Like, we don't have time for him to keep stopping the show to tell y'all to do his lights better. And I don't know if that was a part of the show that they wanted to include, but we don't want to keep hearing him ranting and raving about y'all ain't got his lights together. So whoever does Kanye's lights, maybe he need to hire his own light person that knows how he likes his lights, so we don't have to keep going through this. But y'all get it together, please and thank you. All right. Also, the last thing I wanted to talk about was this whole thing with Tommie Lee and Solange's son. Like, is that not crazy or what? So, Love and Hip Hop of Atlanta, old cast member Tommie Lee. Y'all remember her. If you don't, she is a firecracker. She will fight any and everybody. And I mean any and everybody. She do not care who you are. She will fight you. And she's been arrested several times for putting her hands on people. She is one of them. But she's been reportedly seen out dating Solange's little son. And I'm just like, what? Because what? Like, that's kind of, that's strange. I don't even know if Solange want to say anything because she might have to fight. But if that was my son, I might be willing to fight to get that old cougar off for him. I'm not going to lie. But then again, what can she do? Because he is grown. Solange's son, what's his name? Let me see. Jules Smith. He is 21 and Tommie Lee is 41. And that just kind of brings me to the discussion question that we're going to have today. I just want to know, what is your opinion about older women dating younger men? Like when we think of, and I know this is like so sexist and biased, but when we think of an older man dating a younger woman, we think of a provider, a caregiver, someone who's going to, sometimes they be grooming them, they groom them to be what they want them to be, grooming them, teaching them, coaching them, but they're also taking care of them, financially providing for them. Of course, they can be controlling, all of that too, but me as a woman, I just don't understand what the draw is for a older woman to a younger man besides lovemaking. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I could think of. Because, them old heads, they backs be hurting and they can't really throw it like they used to. So, and they might need some assistance. You got to wait a few minutes for them pills. But young guys be taking pills nowadays too. So, I don't know. But I just don't get the draw for older women to younger men. And that's just because me personally, I don't even like men my age. Like, I'm just going to be honest. I don't prefer dating someone close to age of me because women mature faster than men. And so what that means is that I'm going to be more mature than a man that's my age. That's why I don't really get why a woman would date a younger man, because he's going to be very immature unless you want to control him, which is most likely why they're dating him, is because they want to be controlling. I just don't understand it. Like, I know that they can have fine bodies and all that. Use them as a play toy, but to be trying to have a real relationship with them is mind-boggling to me for older women. And I know it can work, it can work, but ooh, child, either you real immature or he got to be real mature to make an older woman, younger man situation work. And then eventually they probably going to leave you for somebody that's younger. Same way with a younger woman with an older man, they probably going to eventually leave you. But I feel like there's more successful relationships with older men and younger women, the sugar daddies. Because, that's what a lot of women want. They want to be taken care of. They want to be provided for. I was having a discussion with a younger girl this past week about, her wanting her younger man to think like an older man and be more grounded and have himself together and be able to guide her. And I'm like, girl, he's the same age as you. Why do you feel like he's going to have more wisdom than you do at this point? He hasn't even lived life and had enough experiences to be able to teach you anything. So you really got to understand that you either going to be with a man that's your age and deal with those inequities that they have, or you're going to deal with somebody that's older than you and they're going to have issues too. Not saying that they're going to be perfect. They will have more knowledge than a younger man, but you're not going to be able to force a man your age to be more wise than he is. It's just not going to happen. It's just not realistic. But anyway, I would love to hear y'all opinion on this topic. Make sure you tune in and, hit me up on my social media sites. Go to my YouTube, my Instagram. Give me your opinions. Do y'all think that older women and younger men really, really work out? All right. Well, I do want to say thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Chatting It Up with Mrs. B. I'm wishing you a wonderful day and a also wonderful week. And remember to always be smart, be kind, be beautiful, and be blessed. And until next time, bye.